everybody, how are we today? Today we're going to be doing something fun, a special request from Spinning Polar. We're going to be doing another story-based YouTube series. It's going to be The Letter. I've been wanting to play this for a while. I did watch someone play it to an extent. They stopped uploading videos about it, so I guess I don't know why they did that. So I'm going to play it myself. So like I said, I do know a little bit about the game, but for anybody who does not know anything about the game, here is the blurb on the Steam page. When 7 people fall prey to a vicious curse, they will discover that horrors rest not from the shadows lurking about, but within themselves. To what ends will one go in order to survive? So yes, like I said, I know stuff about this. Essentially, people get a letter and they go crazy. Is that a spoiler? Okay, so I've set all the options to default. There are quick time events. I'm not very good at quick time events, so we'll just see how that goes. I might turn it off, but if you enjoy seeing me struggle, then I'll probably keep it on. For you, heart. Yes. Okay. Ooh, that's too loud for me already. I'm gonna turn it down a bit for my head. The Ermagerd Mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxbourne, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small, sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of a great plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. I really want to keep saying Ermagerd. ... The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited. And that is when it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights, and hearsay of a mysterious woman roaming the hollowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, these stories remain much like the house itself. Whispers about the once great house, its legend and its curse, still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Good luck. Thanks. Isabella. Hi, Rose.
Hello? Isabella? Are you there? Where are you?
A familiar, jittery voice comes from the other end.
Oh, hey Rose! I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
What do you mean, what's the matter? It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you?
One sec. Okay, never mind.
You chickened out.
Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
I know my head is in the way of the text. If you don't like it, tell me. But for now, I'm just gonna leave my head on in the bottom right. Can I move the text to the top? No, I cannot. Okay, I've moved myself further right.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this. It really takes my breath away.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all. And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything. They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Is this woman English or American? Because I'm kind of picking up American trying to do English accent.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
Maybe they are British.
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it.
That was one time, Isabella! Loosen up!
Wait, what?
Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you. Bye.
Bye! She hangs up before I can respond. Rose, still charming as ever.
Who was that?
I look up from my phone to see Rebecca. Becca, giving me a questioning look.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
The one who trained you?
For your job back when you started.
You're working together again?
Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations.
Village cuts off, but whatever.
Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Hold on. Is this the same mansion you've been telling everyone about?
That was different to the text.
Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back?
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
As soon as those words leave my mouth, Becca lets out a soft chuckle.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out ever since you got assigned to it.
I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out about the place being creepy ever since you got assigned to it. Cursed rumors and all.
I honestly thought you'd back out.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus. They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
A sympathetic look crosses her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me. Or Ashton. We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect once she has that expression.
Becca!
I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
Is she a student? That's normal. She crosses her arms and grimaces at the thought. Her voice slightly rises as she begins to scold me. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excels at teaching boisterous teenagers.
Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you. You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
Here we go again. I eat other things too. You're not my mom. It's interesting that it's based in England, what I'm assuming, but this is the American spelling of mom. You're not. I wanna do this in character, not what I would say. I would say I eat other things too. I feel like Isabella would say you're not my mom. Achievement unlocked. This of our relationship status updated. I press my lips together and roll my eyes at her. Ooh, there's a heart over here. Oh, it went down. Awkward. Sorry. Roll my eyes. I'm not entirely sure how I should feel whenever she goes on her mother hen mode. She means well. I'm glad someone's looking out for me, especially when with my family living on the other side of the globe. But Becca's bossy attitude can be such a pain at times. She's more overbearing than Mama, and that already says a lot.
You're not my mom.
I didn't say I am.
Nope, but you're acting like one. You don't need to boss me around all the time.
She gives me a completely unimpressed look. Immediately, I brace myself for another round of reprimands from her.
I'm not bossing you around. I'm just telling you to at least mind what you're eating.
You are what you eat, from your head to your feet.
Remember what happened last year?
Did she turn into instant noodles?
You ended up bedridden for 2 weeks after eating something bad, and I ended up having to listen to you cry about how those absences would take a huge chunk out of your paycheck.
Oof.
Do you want that to happen again?
No, Mom.
Only a loud, frustrated sigh comes from her while she pinches the bridge of her nose, likely to help ease a headache starting to form. I bite my lip and keep myself from laughing out loud at the image she makes, expecting her to say more. But when, at last, she looks up, she's simply carrying a resigned expression on her face.
I'm serious.
She still looks annoyed.
Not my mom, Rebecca.
Maria Isabella Grace.
Did her boobs just jiggle? I shut my mouth after that. Although I know she's not really angry, I don't want to push it. An angry Becca isn't someone I'd like to cross paths with in my lifetime. I've seen it happen and it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, I'll stop.
I think they did jiggle. I grumble, but she doesn't seem to care much, only giving me a small acknowledging nod.
Good. Look, if you need anything, tell me and I'll help in any way I can.
I kind of appreciate how this is kind of some weird like 2D, 3D model.
You don't have to do this alone.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. It has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worse just because of a few unpaid debts. Sheesh. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small, petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca's movements, when she takes a quick glance at something behind me, snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later. Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
You bet!
With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of a rather thick history book. She's probably working on next week's lesson plan. Or trying, at least. Her eyes are distant and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. So another thing, I think this is based in England, and I'm pretty sure Isabella has an American accent, and then maybe, what's her name, has either American or English, I can't place my mind, but this is not what English classrooms look like. I was noticing, we don't have these little, like, I don't know, shoe cubby drawers, and at least my school anyway didn't have these individual tables. We had like wide tables that sat 2 people at them. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds. Ah, this is precisely why I followed her here. For some reason, who makes a habit out of worrying about other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself. This was done pre-COVID, but like, girl, why come into school where everybody is ill? You're gonna get everybody else ill.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Definitely don't come in! What the fuck?
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me. I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
What? Ugh. I level her with a flat look. Yeah, fucking same, girl. She has had a cold for a couple of days now. Something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. If she's feverish, she's got the flu. Not a cold, surely. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed. Well, girl, you're fucking lying about drinking medicine and feeling better. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Yes, Isabella.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you.
Oh, I don't like that.
I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
You've just infected the entire school! She offers me a reassuring smile and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There is no stopping her once she has decided on something. Defeated, I reach inside my bag to pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. Oh, it's specifically like that. I know, it's like, oh, she poured a little bit out, but it's like, imagine if she just pulled it out and it's already pre-filled. Oh, Calpol. We love Calpol. She looks at it warily when I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this is the one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
Another thing, if this was in the UK, she would never get to see a doctor about a cold. There is an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts them back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
Okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Mum. Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation and my short visit. With a small wave, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. I hail a passing taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some ways out in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. Is this elevator music? Apparently everyone in Luxbourne City knows of it, including every bit of a rumor surrounding the place. In fact, just the mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the very first time I commuted there, and it only boosted my belief that there is something more to the house. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up in the market has caused quite a stir. I want to clarify, I don't know if this is like those kind of games where everybody can survive, but I'm gonna try and play it true to the characters to just see what happens. I don't want to try and play it true to making sure everyone lives. Yeah? Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have been a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window once the buildings shrink in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destination. Might as well get some work done. Who thinks that while they're on the job? Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. Life has ways of messing things up like that. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably just Rose again anyway.
Rose?
Guess again.
That voice.
Ash.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
On your own with the taxi driver.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles, and I can't help but roll my eyes upon hearing it.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
Whatever. Bye.
She likes him. Stupid Ashhole. Always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. Oh, they like each other. I'll show him who's tough. My journal updated. Where is this occurring? Ah. Before going to the Ermengarde Mansion, Isabella Santos dropped by St. Goretti High School to check on Rebecca Gales. The former reminded me the latter to take her flu medicine before leaving. On the way to the mansion, Isabella received a phone call from Ashton Frey, reminding her of Zachary Steele's movie premiere night. Takes a few minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. Yet, despite all of this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. This is before the times of AI-generated art, so... The surrounding area is unusually silent, and only the rustling of leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze passes. While Anselm village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Anselm, not Anselm, Anselm. Perhaps out of fear of the horror of falling under the mansion's curse. Somehow it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this place looks at night.
You planning to go inside that place, Missy?
Oh, the taxi driver has lines! The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is a non-committal hum. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out and promptly hand him a fare with an apologetic look. No Ubers here. I expected him to leave soon, as I've paid, but there's a hesitant expression on him, as if something hasn't been said yet.
Is there something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in their house doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it. No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
But maybe they just didn't like it?
You never know.
He drives off after, but what he said has left a foreboding feeling in my gut. I breathe out a heavy sigh as I approach the house. After hearing enough of the rumors, I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here, backing out is completely out of the question. It's not like I have a choice anyway. It's your bloody job. If I want to get that bonus and commission one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it, however, while my own copy of the keys dangle uselessly in my hand. Rose must have left it open when she arrived. That's unsafe. That's weird. We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone careless. Entering, what greets me inside leaves me gaping. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook, cranny, and crevice, and made it spick and span. All for the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern-day lords and ladies. I mean, I've never gone on a mansion viewing before, but I don't know how to feel about having the old residence pictures hanging up, you know? But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. I think it looks alright. As though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Some things in this world are better left alone, never to be disturbed again.
Rose?
Oh, did you hear the echo? I call out.
Rose, I'm here. Where are you?
My voice echoes softly throughout the hallways. ... Oh, who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll hear me, no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. Quickly, I reach for my phone and dial her number. But...
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
What do you mean has not been recognized? We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She's probably just wandered deeper into the house and lost signal or something. I dial her number again, hoping the call will connect this time.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
But to no avail. Oh boy. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose. This isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps.
No answer. This isn't going to work. The place is big. She could be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. Taking a couple of steps forward, I notice something move above the grand staircase. I wasn't looking.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you? Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out. Not coming out, huh? Fine, I'm going.
Okay, that's a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. Growing desperate, I tried to contact her number again. Have you tried texting her? Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord. ... Yes, finally.
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down.
I'm
I don't like horror games. Why did I decide to play this? I'm gonna turn it down a bit.
What? The attic? Why?
Crap, it got cut off. I turned it down so much I couldn't hear. Man, do I really need to go there? With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her. But why is she there, literally? Out of all the places, she just has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Like, if I was Isabella, I would at least look at the doors to my left and right. Like, would she be in, like, the dining room or something, right? Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? She's not a good co-worker if she is. Whatever, I'll just go. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I'll feel better about being here. I carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. I suppose she could say no if she got given this contract, but I don't really know anything about real estate. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. Oh, the windows are open. It branches out to the two major wings of the mansion, east and west. There are two attics here, one on each. Jesus Christ. But the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms, and she prefers stuffy attics. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase, though, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with a thick coating of dust that kicks up in the air with every step. Thank God it's still daytime. Yeah, I know, right? If it wasn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. Does her phone not have a torch option? With how old the place is, there are no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. Why they didn't bother to add one here when they renovated escapes me. Sheesh, they did it with the rest of the house. A small bedroom welcomes me at the end. Looks exactly as it did since the last time I've been here, full of dust worn out and faded by time, and they didn't renovate this area. Like, why are there still cobwebs here? Also, is Isabella not worried by, like, the creepy music? Odd. I thought they cleaned everything. Okay, yeah, never mind. Did the crew miss this room? Ugh, cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambiance of this estate is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she's here. Is this a prank? Or maybe that phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got to her. Ugh, shut up, brain, you are not helping. That's something my brain would say. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But she's not here. Then where is she? ... What the hell was that? ... That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. We must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea right from the very start. But nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. Okay, racist? Question mark? I've always strived to be a model employee, but this time, no. I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. Briar Realty can find another agent who is more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room. Just to check.
Huh? What's this?
My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. But there's clearly something on the floor. It looks like...
A letter?
Ah, name of the game! Lying on the ground just a couple of inches away from my feet, out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Strange. I really hope this isn't a quick time event. I don't recall seeing this the last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been here before. Someone must have left it in this room since then. Did Rose leave this for me? Was she here a while ago? I couldn't have missed it though, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading to the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough, I'm worried it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. But with great care I open it, and what I read shakes me to my core.
What?
Oh, isn't that
What?
the chiller text?
Oh my god.
Help me, 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 help me. Nothing but the words help me fills the page. All of it seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. You mean blood? Or blood. I gulp. The same phrase just goes on and on until... Oh, for fuck's sake. It's what are those things called? Well, I can't remember the term for it. It was a big thing in like 2005. Chain emails or something like that. Send this to 5 people or else.
Send this to 5 people or else. Or else what? Or else what?
As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page. But there's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. Oh god. I need to get out of here. It's gonna look up and there's gonna be a ghost there. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. Okay, here we go. A pair of blood-soaked feet enter my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds with skin eaten away to reveal the flesh, bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it, it's too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Lord, please help me.